Hello, I'm Reinhard. Welcome to this episode of Let's Talk. You know what? We want to have a conversation around the things that really matters to our ladies. Today I'm joined by a group of 4 beautiful ladies, and they're going to tell us their experience on dating and heartbreak. Are you ready for this? Allow me start from my right.
I'm Yvonne Awor. I'm a student studying in University of Nairobi, leather technology.
My name is Zaphrina Muthoni. I'm an academic as well, psychology and criminology. I'm also an entrepreneur. My lingerie business name is La Nouvelle Femme Fatale. You can find it on Instagram, that same name. And you can find my personal at the_name_is_z_ and find my business details below there.
Ooh.
My name is Nancy. I'm an entrepreneur and an IBA student, basically business student. And you can follow my page at Tanzi Farm.
My name is Atela Esther. I'm so happy to be here to talk about this. And I'm a model, upcoming actress, also a businesswoman, actually partnershiping with her and with the Tanzi Farm products, coconut oil and the skin products.
You've had it all for yourself. These ladies are not just ladies who are beautiful. You call some ladies slay queens. Well, slay queens are ladies who do not know what they want. They don't even know how to go for it. But these ladies here are ladies who know what they want. They know what they're going for. And in fact, if you're not in that list, just wait and hear. Now, today they're going to tell us their experience on dating and relationship. Their heartbreak experience. You know, I've also had my own heartbreak. I could not breathe. But allow me to start from my left with Queen Adasa. Just tell us, how was your experience first dating, your first dating experience, and have you ever had an heartbreak, and how did it feel?
Oh my goodness, I feel like giving the chance to Nancy, honestly.
Well, from my perspective, I've had both really nice experience in relationships, and both, I can say both negative and positive aspects in relationships. And well, I have dated a couple of good men out there in the universe, which are really amazing. Yes, they're good. Good men do exist.
Like me.
Good men do exist. Yes.
Tell us your experience.
It was great. I mean, when you have an experience with someone with good men, you first of all you mature, and you learn from them, and you learn yourself much better, and then you have a chance to evolve together. And so that's the best aspect that you can get from a good relationship. Whereas to a bad experience, you are heartbroken,
I can't wait for that bad one.
you are depressed, and you hit the rocks. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's both good experience. Me, I can just say that both of them are really good experience, because then you get to learn.
I want Esther to tell us, have you ever had a bad experience?
Yeah.
Oh God! Tell us about that. Or your friend. You don't have to talk about yourself.
Okay. One thing I know is that most of ladies have bad experience.
Oh, do you all ladies confirm that?
To me, actually, let me now talk about mine. I'm not the type of girl who has dated so many people.
Oh yeah.
I've had a long distance relationship. My first relationship, and it became a long distance one.
Tell us how long.
Sorry. That was miles away. And I waited for this guy for 3 years.
That is after the engagement?
Yeah, no.
Before?
No, before the engagement. So he came back, and that's when we got engaged, actually. And
after waiting for 3 years?
Yeah, after waiting for 3
Boy
years.
child.
We got engaged, and again he went back.
Oh God.
And it's been 1.5 years.
He's never come back again?
No.
Oh.
And we talk. And
how do you enjoy
I
it?
wait for him because I think he's the coolest guy around the world. He's really amazing. But then I'm like, guys, what do you think?
I have been on 2 sides of the spectrum. I've been hurt.
Good and bad.
I've hurt people. I understand that. I'm fully aware of the role that I've played on both the victim side and both the attacker. But it's all in all, I've learned a lot from it.
Tell us this one of heartbreak. How did you feel? How did it come?
I personally have yet to have my heart.
A heartbreak?
No.
Hey!
I have been hurt but I haven't had my heart broken.
Oh.
I wouldn't say it's any testament to my strength or anything like that. I just haven't invested completely in a person to the point that their disappointment. Right.
Oh.
You know, I always have
You always go like with one leg.
You know, you're cautious as you are to be with most men.
As in,
No, take notes.
take notes, eh?
And so yes, I'm just now actually beginning to test the
Experience it.
waters for real.
Boy child, you see that camera over there? In box. You can be the first at playing. Who knows? Anyway, she's taken now. Oh boy child, I'm sorry. Now, then on my far right, there's a lovely, gorgeous lady. Let us hear your story. How has it been?
Well, personally, I've had a good experience and a bad experience. And
Start with good.
let's just say the relationship it was a different, like a good relationship. The one was good, except for the mistakes, just the little mistakes. I just can't say all men are trash, maybe some.
Oh,
Majority.
at least. So the bad part of it, how did it?
Okay, personally.
Were you heartbroken, by the way? Let's hear from. So let's get that. I didn't think you had broken.
Okay, I've been heartbroken once, but the second one, it was my fault. I'm the one who ended the relationship.
Oh. So, guys, even women can end relationships. You can be heartbroken. Now, let me just ask these ladies. Huh?
If a woman is uncomfortable and unhappy in a relationship, she ends it.
They end it.
Usually the relationship.
But I've been ending mine.
And
nowadays,
then that's a different.
Now, I wanna hear this. They have all told us their experience in dating. But you know, there's this thing. All men are.
Trash.
Anyway, let me hear. Why do you think, Nancy, that all men are trash?
Well, I can't entirely say that all men are
At
trash.
least 7%.
You know, there are, I believe, I have hope because I don't know everything. I have hope that there are actually good men that still exist in this universe, or at least still exist in this universe. But, well, with the way our traditions and the culture, the stigma, everything has brought about, and even the way we're raised, has brought about these behaviors of men being trash.
What do you think causes it?
I feel most of it is how they are raised. One, the culture itself. Second, religion can add to it. Because you know, most of the times it stays on the point of a man more than it more oppresses a woman. So we have all these aspects that conclude to men being raised as trash and portraying that.
She's never been heartbroken. Just hold it at that. I want to hear. Do you hold on to the narrative that all men are trash?
Yes.
Okay, tell us why. But they're never heartbroken.
The thing is, the whole, people tend to forget where the men are trash argument.
Where does it stem from?
The roots are of the worst of the worst. I'm not talking about a man who's broken your heart and cheated on you. That's a trashy behavior. That doesn't make him a trash man in general. But when we say men are trash, it's a movement. And what we're trying to highlight is the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst.
So you guys have left the feminist movement. Now you are men are trash.
No, men are trash is a part of the feminist movement. Absolutely. Yes.
So what does it advocate? Are you part of the feminist movement that says men are trash? You also believe so? Tell me why.
I actually never believed that men are trash. I never believed in that until someone I really trusted just acted in a very trashy way. And this person was actually a man of God. And I can tell you the truth. You get disappointed. You feel like you can't breathe at night. Because honestly speaking, someone you never thought could lie to you worse than the devil himself.
The worst of the worst is assault, physical assault. There's people in abusive relationships. There's men who actually attack more than just your emotions. But even that is a form of abuse. There's emotional abuse and there's physical abuse. And we don't, for the longest time, these men were not called out. We tried to protest, we tried to take to the streets and
But we
scream
never
for
had to,
women's
yeah.
rights and such things. And this was just going through one ear and out the other until we had to find a statement that really, truly encaptures how depraved a man can truly be, and on such a large scale, because it's not it's something that happens on a small scale. You know, so when we say that men are trash, if you're not a trash man, you shouldn't be offended. You shouldn't be offended, because we're not referring to you. You don't go home and beat your girlfriend. You don't go home and
I don't even have a
depraved
girlfriend.
things. If you were to have one, Prince, I'm sure you had them in the past. I don't think, I'd like not to think that you were that kind of man. But if you are not that kind of man, then just take a step back and let it arrive at the man who we are addressing.
Or do you want us to step back and support men at trash movement?
Absolutely, because
Oh God,
you're not a part of it.
Now, I developed a video which really, it's on YouTube, guys. I'll leave a link to it. You can go and check it later after this. I talked about the 3 types of men based on their behaviors. And I want to let these ladies confirm if my assertion is true or I lied. The first group of men I call the fuck boys. You know yourselves. You're very good with words. Very worded. You know, zero action. A lot of words. You can promise us pompous things, but you don't do. The second group of men are called the undecided men. They don't know whether they want to be in a relationship or they want what is in your panty. You know me, you're watching. The last group of men are called the gentlemen. They have muscles. I'm not talking about muscles that look like, they have mental muscles. They can handle the woman. You know, they don't get scared about your ambitions, your visions, and they just want to pick you up from where you are and push you from, even if the relationship might not end up somewhere, but they want to believe that by the time we are ending this, I want to see this girl different, according to me. Disclaimer. Do you think, Yvonne, that is the right definition and the grouping of men? The 3 groups that I've talked about, the fuck boys, the undecided, and the gentlemen. Do you think that is the only group of men that we have?
No.
Tell us more.
I can't really categorize each one that I meet, but definitely I can work with the 3.
You can say all men are these 3.
I can't categorize them with the 3, but I can work with the 3 because I like words.
Oh, okay. So according to her, she's supporting my assertion. Okay. Do you think that is true?
I think it's an oversimplification.
But
But you make a few valid points. Those are key characteristics in a lot of the men that we have to interact with. And so I think you're on to something, but it's a bit broader than that.
Okay, just watch that video and make your own decision because Nancy is about to turn me off. Okay? Do you think
I think
that is the category?
It could be a bit shallow to just put men in the 3 categories. I feel like they're more than just that. And this is all, they're just 2 basic trashy categories. There are more. Men could be good. Men could be gentle. Men could be more than gentle. Men could be
super gentle.
You know, they
Like
can be
me.
super gentle. For an example. So with each stage of human life, you pass through these phases. Whether you like it or not. It's not a choice that you want to date a fuckboy by choice. You find yourself in that situation, and usually they know how to cover it up. So you want to clearly know the intentions. But if you have been heartbroken, if you have been manipulated,
You
if
become
have been
wise.
abused, you can spot a fuckboy just by introduction. You can just be like, okay, this guy
When they
is
make
decisive,
a
this
lot
is a
of
gentleman.
ease in their
Yeah,
age.
because you have to be experienced a little bit to be able to identify. with the
Time wait for us. I'm towards the end of this conversation. There is this thing that has been going outside there, and everybody is watching us today knows that you all must have said this, or must be attracted to this. That you ladies seated here, all as beautiful as you are, you go for bad boys.
That is not true. Absolutely not true.
I'd like you to be.
Why is it that? When you get a man who treats you so well, is so nice, you
Define
think
bad
they're
boys.
boring.
Define bad boys.
Bad boys are these boys who are always actually fast boys. They are, they know their game. You know, first sight, and they want to look good. You guys run towards those guys because you think that, you know, gentlemen comes out to be a bit boring because they know what they want. They're so busy with their life. Okay, tell
I
me.
don't think gentlemen are boring. What do you mean?
But we come out boring. We come out boring.
It's a cliche.
Yeah, it comes out as
Actually,
a cliche.
even the fuck boys you talk about, they come out like gentlemen.
No, they
You
first of
never
all,
know.
no.
You sometimes you never know they are actually fuck boys because they come in a gentle way. So when you say that gentlemen are boring, I'm wondering.
You know, this is. Let me make this very clear. The difference between a fuckboy and a gentleman is known in one thing. Gentlemen are action oriented. Fuckboys are word oriented.
But they are
Correct.
boys who can meet a girl,
Of course, there's that hope. Yes, we believe this. Do you believe so? Do you believe a
I don't believe we
woman
should
can
even
take?
we're not supposed to be
Change them.
rehabilitation centers. No, that's not what my mama struggled through labor for.
I'm holding this here because after this segment, we are going to have these ladies come back on the show just to tell us something that they think is what they call ideal men. And I'm going to welcome another host for the segment, Eziekel Kelly, who is going to come and tell us exactly with these girls what they think is an ideal man.
Hello, welcome to the next phase of this show. Let's talk. And before you had Reinhard, Atela, as the ladies were discussing on who men are, and I was hearing all kinds of things. Now, truth be told, I was following this show and taking mental notes. At some point, I felt like jacking forward to make a few corrections because some of you are talking like men should be deleted from the face of the earth, surely.
Maybe.
Huh? Well, that is that. So we are here to for them to tell us their description or their definition of ideal man. That is what we are here for. You are going to tell us what you consider, qualities you look in a man to qualify a man as an ideal man. And that is that. So once again, you want to introduce yourself before you start giving us your bulletins.
Hello guys, my name is Atela Esther and glad to be here.
Hi, my name is Nancy Daniel. I'm happy to be here.
My name is Zaphrina Muthoni, and I'm excited to have this conversation.
I'm Yvonne Awor, and I'm happy to be back.
As you can see, I'm having pulchritidious damsels. In other words, they are palatable for optical nutrition. What I'm only trying to say is that they are cute ladies. And of course, that is a self-evident truth, true or false. Now, ladies, kindly tell us. And men outside there, please glue your eyes on the screen together with your ears because something fantastic is coming out. And I'm going to start with Adasa. Please tell us, what is your definition of an ideal man?
Wow, that's a question I really want to answer.
Yes.
My ideal man, as we were talking about how men are trash and men are everything, but we've also come to a realization that we have to protect ourselves as ladies. So my ideal man, if you ask me, I want a guy who is after God's heart. Someone who knows God
Who is pursuing
genuinely.
God? Yes.
Forget about those people who say they love God, but you look at their characters and it's different. That's number one.
Yes.
And number two, I want a man who has a vision.
Yes.
Because if he has a vision and I'm going to be a helper in his life, I will be able to help him. But some of the men, they always tell us that you have to help your man. Help him do what? So he has to have a vision and he has to be able to share them with me so that I can look at a way of how to help him. And another thing, I don't want a man who wants to waste my time. At this point in my life, a man who is telling me I want to date you and know you better, and he wants also to get the cookie with it, I don't want that man anymore. I want a man who will come to me, and if he wants to know me, the only way I will know he wants to know me to marry me is no cookie. No cookie.
No cookie.
No cookie. So that's the only way I will know he wants to really know me and he wants to marry me. Because honestly speaking, what's there to be known? Yet you want me to be with you as your wife. I give you everything that ladies, that that you would get if you were married. Unaona? So it's like, how do I put this? I just feel like if all ladies could just say no to no cookie before marriage, all men will be married, because believe me, at this point I feel like that's the only thing they want. They will do anything to get it. So my ideal man is a man who comes to me and tell me, Arasa, you know me, I don't want to waste time anymore. So if you are a kind of a lady that wants to waste time, I'm not the guy. Profound. Just tell me what you want. Not that you want to have the cookie and you come in a way that you want to marry me. This is why ladies are getting heartbroken every now and then. Men come to you, they really know the only thing I want is the cookie. But he comes to you, I love you so much, I want to marry you, and blah blah blah. So yeah, I want a man who goes points to the direct, and I will know that you are really serious.
You can diagnose them from afar.
Yeah.
Now, men outside there, you've heard she has mentioned 3 powerful points. Number 1, a man that fears God genuinely. Number 2, a man that has vision. Number 3, no harvesting. If you want to harvest, please pack aside. Because the truth is, some of them have the philosophy that if milk is free, why buy a cow? So if you're supplying milk for free, the story of domesticating the cow. Right, second, Nancy, we are right on you, please.
Yes.
Decipher this thing for us. Please dissect it. What are some of the qualities you consider to qualify a man as an ideal man? A man that you can give the key to the gates of your heart.
Well, I would like to emphasize on her first point.
Yes.
That a man of God. I want to have a man who has a relation. Before having a relationship with me,
yes,
you must have a relationship with God, a genuine relationship with God.
And I love God, of course.
Yeah.
I love God.
Yeah, so it's good to have a relationship with Him, because if you respect God and His writings and everything His teachings, you're going to respect me.
I get you.
Because you have fear of the Lord. And if you go to the scriptures, you have to respect Him. You have to respect everyone, love one another. That's like the first thing He emphasized before anything else. And another thing, I want a man who's fully healed from his past traumas. I want a man who is mentally and physically okay. Meaning, if you have your past issues, before coming to me, before having a relationship, we have to both be at a level that we are mentally and physically healed. So don't bring your past relationship and project them to me, or expect something that you did not get from your past relationship. I want you to come the way you are, fully healed. And another thing, I also like a man who has vision, who is focused on himself. I want him to be full of himself as well. I want him to be able to be single in a relationship, meaning that I want you to be prepared. Wow. That this is what I want to do. Not let's test the waters and see how it's going, or let's experiment and let's see how it goes. That's the very side, that's a red flag. When a man tells you, let's just see how this thing goes. I want a man who knows this is what I expect from you and this is what you expect from me. Wow. And if we are okay with that, then we can move forward.
Wow. How I wish all single men listen to this, surely. Now, these are real points. These are cogent points, pillars that men should consider. That is profound, Nancy.
Yes.
That is profound. Now, as you can see, these ladies are very beautiful, but they value God. Right?
Okay, for one, respect. Not only for me, but for women in general.
Wow.
You can tell a man who is not a concrete man, not an ideal man, from the way that he treats other women, what he says about other women. Okay. In your presence, you can identify almost immediately, just based on that, how he will respect you. That is absolutely the number one priority, number one step.
I get you.
That's the first thing I need to identify in you. That you have a respect for other women, not just me. Do you have respect for your mother, for your sister, for your waitress who's serving you in a restaurant? I will observe this and I will learn from it. If you will be respectful to me in the long run.
Wow.
A good man, an ideal man is respectful. Wow. Your struggles are their struggles. Your mistreatment means something to him. He understands that women are not in the place in the world that they need to be. And not only does he just understand that, but he will ask, how is it that I can help? In this moment that is yours, what is it that I can do to further make it a reality, And And so that is another thing. That he cares for your growth, not only cares, but is active.
Is active.
In your evolution.
Yes.
He's willing to invest whatever it takes in order to make you achieve your goals.
I get you.
That is also very important. A man who wants you to evolve is a man who doesn't just want to keep you and have you and own you as a property.
Yes.
There's someone who cares for your existence. You're more than just an object to them.
I get you.
Which is a problem that we have, being objectified. And so that's very important. A man who he cares about all the things that you care about. He tries to understand all the things that mean something to you. Even if he can't quite understand, he makes the effort. Is it your family that you cares about? He goes out of the way to get to know your family. Is it animal cruelty that you care about? Is it the feminist movement? Whatever it is that you're passionate about, he goes out of his way to understand it.
Yes.
Because he wants to know you, and he wants to be with somebody that he knows. And he wants you to get to know them too. He's not withdrawn. He shares about himself. He's invested in this relationship. That is an ideal man. All women are asking for is respect.
Respect.
Respect, and affection.
And affection.
That's all. That's at the core of everything.
Wow.
The core of all things is love.
Now, she has spoken like 10 ladies combined together. Now, what she has said actually boiled down to two major things. Number one is empathy, the ability to put yourself in someone's shoes and to feel what they feel. Is that not right?
Absolutely.
She has also talked about gentility. Profound. I hope you're listening. Let's move to Ivy. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that was fast.
It has finally arrived. Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay, my ideal man, I think I need 3-4 things from a man.
Wow.
Understanding.
Understand.
I need someone who understands me. I know I have anger issues. Like, the moment you just lie to me, my anger explodes. So that is the first thing I need.
You hate lies.
I hate lies. It's something that can trigger me so much. And also, loyalty as well is very important to me. Like, okay, I don't really mind my man flirting, but just there are things you should not do with other guys.
You're saying something, Hadassah.
Like when she said honesty, it hit me so hard. Because to me, I think one of the most disappointment I have ever had was because there was a lie from the beginning, and it was a kind of a lie that you just don't want to tell someone. You lie so much, you look at someone differently, and then he comes out and tells you the truth, and you are like, do you really want to kill me? Are you human? Like, you want to kill me or what? Like, you understand that all the days you've been living in a lie, and it becomes so difficult. Maybe he was genuinely in love with you.
Wow.
But once you find out he lied from the beginning, you're like, oh my goodness, you're a devil. So even if he was just a good person, but the fact that he lied makes it so difficult to trust him again. And I think this is the reason most of the relationship fail. Because once you realize someone lied, it's difficult to trust them, even if they try their best.
It is difficult.
It is very difficult.
Now, back to you, Muthoni. You're talking about lies. Mostly men use lies as a bait. They package themselves in a way that will attract you, even if they're not in the reality. But they find a way of finding what you people like, so they package themselves in that manner, so they can get you. So, do you think some little lie just to get you is not bad? What do you think?
Manipulation.
It's manipulation.
It is seeing someone as something to attain rather than another human being.
Okay.
Seeing someone as an object to attain.
All right.
And if you respect someone, which is the core of my whole argument, you're not going to do that. You're not going to use tactics and manipulative strategies to try and attain this goal. This is a human being, not a goal.
Wow.
And so I do understand where the ladies are coming from. It's not at all uncommon to hear of men who lie in order to get you, and then It ultimately all lies surface. I know because some of my lies have surfaced.
I've surfaced.
And so I don't think it's worth the mess.
Let me ask you something. You people are talking like you guys are angels that are just dropped from heaven. Do you think that's true? But you're blaming men is like
We learn from our mistake. We take this
that men were created by the devil.
They try to run away from taking accountability of their actions.
But
That's what we are getting.
are there no women who are also trash up there?
Of course
that
they
do
are.
not
Of
deserve
course
good
they-
men.
They are. But men, it's like they deserve those kind of women.
Wow.
Because you go there, you are so beautiful and you have brain and you're just supporting him and he's like, by then you're gonna talk about talking. Like,
Okay.
they are like, they want you so much, they put so much effort, but once they get you, they stop everything and they're like, that's why I say, women, protect yourself. It's upon you now to just say no. I know my worth, I know my value, and my emotions and my feelings don't control me.
Wow.
So just never settle for someone because you love them. Love is a decision. And how can you make a decision for someone that does not deserve you in the first place?
Thank you so much for that. Now, just like we are going, you have few seconds, 10 seconds like this to give a parting shot. Tell them something.
Well, I'd like to say one famous quote from the Bible that a friend of mine,
Yes.
told me when I was going through this heartbreak phase.
Yeah.
And she told me, she sent it to me, and it says, guard your heart. Because from
With
every
all diligence.
yes comes from it.
From out of the issues of life.
Protect your peace. Guard your heart at all costs.
Exactly.
If it's something that's not bringing peace into your pace, you have all the rights to put an end to it. Even it doesn't matter how many years you've put, it doesn't matter what you worked for, it doesn't matter if you've tried to take this person for rehabilitation, whatever, counseling, but if it's not serving your purpose, if it's distracting you from your actual purpose, then guard your heart at all times.
Thank
So
you
that's
so
a word I live by every day.
Wow. Back to you. Yes. Tell them something right on the camera.
I'd like to say to the men that when we have conversations like this, try your utter best to understand where we're coming from. It's never confrontational, it's never affrontational. We're trying to communicate and trying to have you understand us better so we can understand you better. We know you're not perfect. We know that all of us come with flaws and past traumas and things like that. As long as you're working to better yourself, however, the same way that we try to better ourselves, then there's no reason why we shouldn't coexist in the world and be happy together.
Wow. Ivy.
Oh yeah, thank you. And I just have one advice.
Yes.
Just get to know the person you want to fall in love with first before you decide to go for that heartbreak.
Truth be told, these ladies are very gorgeous upstairs. Of course, that's the truth. That's a self-evident truth. You people are beauty. That is the so-called beauty with brain. Thank you so much. This is your host, Eziekel Kelly Odongo. Follow me on Instagram at Eziekel Kelly 4, Facebook at Kelly Inspiration, and YouTube at Kelly Inspiration. Thank you so much. Until next time.
Hello, once again, it's your boy, Reinhard Atela, the one and only Lion of Africa. Now, we began by introducing these amazing ladies on this show, Let's Talk. And then we went into the conversation, and it was heated from the beginning. You remember this lady saying that all men are trash. I tried to trash that a bit, but they refused to trash it with me. Trash it they? Anyway, now in the next segment, handled by His Excellency Honorable Eziekel Kelly, you can follow him on all social media platforms, Kelly Inspiration. He handled this lady's perspective of an ideal man. In this segment, it's gonna be fun. Just stay there. I want you to cite each one of them. I'm gonna ask a few random questions. Now, I want all of them to lift up their hands. And I'll start with Ivy. Put down your hands if you have ever dated a fuckboy. Put down your hands if you've ever dated a fuckboy. Okay. Muthoni, put down your hands if you've ever dated a fuckboy.
Am I dropping my hands or my finger?
Your fingers. Nancy, put down your finger if you've ever dated a fuckboy.
Yes.
Adasa, have you ever dated a fuckboy? Now, I'm starting again. Yvonne, on the first date. Muthoni, would you sleep with a guy on a first date? Nancy, would you sleep with a guy on a first date? Adasa, would you sleep with a guy on a first date?
Never.
Oh God.
Not anymore. I would have, but not anymore.
Yvonne, put down your fingers if you can hit on a guy. If you have a crush on him. Muthoni,
Yeah.
Nancy, Adasa.
I don't have the courage to do such things.
Tell me why, if I would come to you, maybe I'm not interested in a relationship. All I want is to have you, have sex with you. Then maybe in between this process, I will get to love you. Why would you deny me that?
Well, it depends. It depends actually. If I am also at a point in my life where I'm interested of not committing to you, then I would agree because I'm not in a position to commit myself.
So
Then I would agree. I would say fine if you are not interested in anything else than having fun. Then I'm up for fun if I am at that state, which was me in a naive state back in the years. That vision of me expired. So this vision of me is what is it you're putting on the table?
Yeah, we
How can we grow together?
In terms of
Business wise?
oh.
How can we grow?
Wanaume anzisheni biashara tafadhalini. Wote wanafanya biashara. These guys are busy. Now tell me, don't you think, just tell me the truth, don't you think that's why men take advantage? Because I know very well if I come to you straight and tell you all I want is nothing, you will not give me. So I start by going around.
Why is it there's an issue with the man in himself who wants to just get that thing full stop. And they try to go with that approach, it fails, and they go the longer route to manipulate. It's an issue with that man to begin with. Why do you feel the need to be that way?
Maybe it's not the issue with the man. Maybe this guy, he's at a stage in his life he doesn't want to date. He just wants to have fun. And looking at you, you're pretty, and if he comes and tells you I love you and all that, you'll fall in love with him.
Because I'm pretty.
Yeah, because you're pretty.
That's not the point.
There's no such thing as such a dry spell that this man can't go out into the clubs, right? And try Friday, Thursday night, try your luck. Friday night, try your luck. Saturday night, try your luck. Sunday night, try your luck. And then, if all else fails and you haven't gotten some all those 4 days, there's no way all else fails. There's something else that you're not that's wrong with you. Otherwise, you don't have to go manipulating people into relationships just to get them.
Yvonne, tell me the truth. I am sitting here for men. I'm sitting here for men. And boy showed, I'm trying to defend you, but I can't because they have said a lot of bad things about you anyway. Tell me why you would not date a broke nigga. Would you?
Where's that from?
Would you date a broke nigga?
It depends with the...
In terms of what? Depends with what is handsome.
Not really looks. Being that someone is broke, unless amejitakia. But then if you're putting some efforts, I can consider though there's none.
Wow. Now, tell me, would you date a broke nigga?
No.
You'd
Did
know.
he lose all his wealth in a fire? Perhaps. But is he actively trying to rebuild what he's lost?
No, he's just seated there playing
No.
video games.
No.
You don't.
Absolutely not.
It's a state of mind. It's something you can
He's
get
poor.
out. Okay,
If you want
so there's
He's
poor
decided.
and there's
He's
broke.
not doing anything.
You can be broke, but you're not poor. That's a deficiency in your mind. Telling yourself that I'm poor.
Time.
What is it? You can be broke, but you should never ever allow yourself to think that you're
be
poor.
poor.
Because poverty is not only financial state of affairs.
This time we will kill. Time will kill you. You want to say something?
I say that, even the point is overpolluting, but Holy Spirit lead me.
Hallelujah.
So, okay, what do I want to say? You are poor. Actually, yeah, I get the point. There are rich men. they are rich because their parents were rich, you know. And how about if the parents die? So a poor person or a broke person depends on their mind. If he is poor or he's broke, but I see he's working hard towards his goal, I'll date him than dating the rich man kid who just depends on his parents' wealth. So you understand me?
Oh, man, there is still hope. Especially if you tune in to this conversation, let's talk. I'm telling you there's hope. Because all these beautiful ladies have said, they would rather date you if you're broke, but has a mind working to try to change your life, then they would all date you. Imagine you have a chance. Hey! Oh God, for all broke men out there, I just want you to know that brokenness, they have said, is a state of mind, and you can change it. Why don't you just start working hard? And please, I want to give my advice to men as we come to the end and the closure of this segment. I want to give this advice to men. Men, the most important thing that these ladies have not told me, and I'm telling you, they are looking for. All ladies love a man who is busy chasing their dreams. I do say in one of the conversations I've done in my YouTube channel, there's one I say that one thing that ladies look for, and that is so attractive, is that ladies chase gentlemen, because gentlemen are not busy chasing ladies, they are chasing their dreams. So why don't you focus on chasing your dream, transforming yourself, metamorphosizing into a great man, and before you realize, you'll get any of these beautiful damsels. Until next time, please subscribe to our channel. Notification bell, turn it on, because we are going to come back bigger, better. Let's talk. Episode 2 is going to be bigger than you thought. We will come back as if we didn't leave. Thank you. And accelerate their thoughts towards that. So in this conversation, we are just going to try to tackle issues around yourself, because you are our prime focus. You are the person why we're here. And as Joseph has put it, there is a way the rich think that the poor do not.
As I was telling you earlier, when you relate the whole issue about parenting and education, you will realize that the rich kids get a whole different form of education from the poor kids. For example, when you, if you know Yvonne Speaker, the guy who started Snapchat, this guy did not go through the normal education system. Parents gave him what we call homeschooling and all that, and that's why he ended up creating himself to be what he wanted to be, a multi-billionaire, right? Now, the poor people, these parents focus more on going according to the flow, following the conventional way of education. You join high school, you join primary school and all that, you join campus, you graduate, and now you go get a job. And that's why most people end up living mediocre lives. So we should focus majorly on creating someone to be who they want to be. Without really following
who they were created to be.
Exactly. Without really following the conventional system, because we've used that before and it's not giving
it has failed. So basically what we're trying to talk about here is that there's a difference between education and learning, right?
There's a difference.
So because the normal system tells us you go in a class, get good grades, go to college, get good grades, come out of... Actually, the normal setup is trying to portray that the more ticks you get in life, the sharper you are, the brighter you are, right? While I've learned something, Joseph, that the more excess you get in your life, the more failures you get in your life, the wiser you become, right? So the conventional education system focuses on people being right, and teaching them on how to what to think about, not how.
And that's why they have like the grading system. Because they have like their specific answers. This is the test you're gonna do, and this is the answer. So there's no room for any other answer. And if you come up with a different way of thinking that's never been before, you are given an F.
An F,
An F, if the conventional education system was right, an F was not to stand for, it's not supposed to stand for failure. It's supposed to stand for fine, another solution, right? So that's why people end up like being jobless because they do not have those specific answers. They have something different that doesn't fit what
the conventional education
is aiming towards. And for example, let me tell you something. Through this school and the convention or whatever is happening right now, those programs, high school, they are creating young people or people who want to have to become just another cog in the machine. The machine will go the 9 to 5 market. They're going to become salary slaves. What we should focus on is creating people to be financially independent. When I talk about financially independent is where now you don't have to be paid a salary by someone, so that one day if you show up in a job and late, they fire you.
I tell you.
Yeah, and then you go out there, you do not have anything to do.
Actually, you think your life ends the moment you're fired, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, imagine the likes of Thomas Edison. You know this guy?
Yeah, I remember this
Imagine if they were to answer questions about the bulb that is conventional. We would be having a bulb right now.
And there was something I was writing. I'm writing my that book right now.
Yes,
and,
yes. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So
You're a
I
great
was
guy.
thinking about this guy who invented the wheel.
Yes.
Let's not mention the name, but let's take the example of Carl Benz.
Yes.
Mercedes guy.
Yes.
So if this guy followed the conventional system, if he asked people, what should I do? The people would have told him, we need a horse with wheels, right? Not a car. So you get the gist of it.
Yes.
So when you follow the conventional way, you always get mediocre stuff.
Definitely.
But if you go down a different tunnel, you will get to a place where you find yourself having all the success you want and everything. Actually, you have what we call flow.
Yes.
Flow is where you're working, but it doesn't feel like you're working.
You're actually not struggling to
You're
work,
not struggling,
right? Because you're doing your thing. Just like a machine.
Yeah.
If a machine is not working well, it simply means it has a problem, right?
Yeah.
So that's the same thing that so many people are. Let's take an example of this great man. I know you like him.
Yeah.
I'm about to mention him. You can guess.
Give me the name.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Yeah, the crazy guy.
Imagine if he would have told his parents and his teachers that he's going to spend all his money to go into space stuff.
That would have been crazy. People would have been like, no, this has never been happened.
Yes, it has never happened.
The last man who landed on the moon was whatever, Armstrong, and it's never gonna happen again. But he did it.
Look,
and he's doing it.
And he's, you know the dream he has about the Mars stuff. Would you wanna be part of it? The people going to stay in the Mars.
I love adventure. I would like to be up there, like dealing with all this alien stuff.
Yeah. So basically, I think our problem has always been that we focus more on education than learning. Because you know this a lot around us, that we have guys who have gone to school, but at the same time you find there is no school in them.
There's no school in them. Man, you see this guy with so much accolades. You're like,
yes,
I went to this university.
I have this degree.
I went to this degree. I
have this master's,
PhD, whatever. But this guy doesn't know how to think.
Anything, yes.
Exactly. And this takes me back to what Albert Einstein said, the definition of education. Education is not how much schools you get.
Yes.
It's about how you think, how differently you think. Exactly. People who are educated have a different way of thinking. Wow. They get education. This is an opera, like your brain is kind of like what we call an engine.
Yes.
So you have to start it. You ignite it.
Yes.
And then now it runs everything else. You remove the key, right? So that's what basic education
should be like a key starter, right?
It should be like key starter.
It starts you on.
Yeah, but not like the whole
that is the whole thing.
Like everything, your life is based on that. So Albert Einstein, what he was pointing at, it was you have to get the basic education, and then for the most part, what happens after, that's bullshit, that's BS, total BS.
Wow.
You should now tune your brain, because you've started it, to think differently, find new things, things, great inventions.
Yeah, sure.
Make the world a better place.
Wow. This is very hot. It's fire, man. I told you this is gonna spark you up. So what we are learning today is that there are three things that really sums up an individual. How do you believe in yourself? What are some of the affirmations you make whenever you wake up?
Because, growing up as a young boy, I used to think I'm not very good enough. I used to think I'm not handsome. Let me say that. But then I learned about the power of affirmation, the power of positive confessions. And then something immediately sparked off a glow in me when I started talking about, I'm handsome, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. And the moment I started talking that way, there was a shift, there was a turn around in my mind. And I believe the same happened to my friend Joseph. Tell us your experience about that.
For the most part, my story, because I'm meant to understand that's what you want to hear.
Yes,
right?
yes.
In life, there's always going to be a time where you realize who you are, where you realize what you can do, what your strengths are. And now when that sparks you, because it doesn't come entirely, it's this whole package. I mean, if you're going to be a football player, this is it, This is your professional football player. And you're going to have you're going to play for this club.
Yes.
Like that. You'll only get a spark.
Yes.
And now when you get that spark, all you have to do is train and practice. Remember what Bruce Lee said?
Yes.
I don't fear a man who trains 1,000 different kicks a day, but I fear a man who trains one kick 1,000 times.
Oh,
yeah. So when you get that spark, that becomes your one.
Oh yes.
You should train yourself
and keep doing it.
and keep doing it.
Because perfection comes by constance.
Exactly.
Because people are looking for perfection. They want to start when they are already perfect.
Yeah.
But then it's good to start from
they
where
have
you are.
they have like this inbuilt picture in their head, like if I'm going to start a business, because we've all known like business people before, Chris Kirubi, Warren Buffett, all these guys. They've managed to acquire all this success and all this stuff. Now they have that picture, like if I go into business, this is the result. So the moment they get a small failure, they turn back. They don't practice again. So what you should do, what I did, for example, when I realized that I was going to be a motivational speaker, I was going to be.
Let me tell you something interesting, guys. Joseph is actually taking a degree in what is it? How do you call it again?
APT. Applied computer technology.
Applied computer technology. So something that made me laugh. Someday we were talking and it was like, you know what? This is not my thing. And so I just wondered how somebody doing applied computer technology could actually decide to become a motivational speaker, or maybe he wants to use his computer skills to rewire people's minds. So let him tell us about that story.
A Kindle account, you can reach me out on my number and then I'll get you a copy.
Definitely we will be able to give you Joseph Moore's number at the end of this wonderful conversation. And what's the second book again? Is it out? Or
I'm working on the second book and the third one, so I don't really want to.
Oh, great, guys.
Thanks a lot.
That is called keeping the juice for the right time. So I know this is exciting you. What are some of the goals that you have within you that you keep holding on to and you don't want to come out and throw yourself into the gray areas like Joseph did, so that you'd be able to find your greatest pitch? Because let me tell you something. Personally, I was a very shy person growing up. I really loved to be quiet and to be alone, to just watch stars. But then one day I realized that actually I was meant for the front of the camera. And here we are, man. So Joseph is really exciting me. I know he's exciting you too.
So as I was saying, when you talk about education and it being not the answer to everything, it becomes kind of like a controversial tool.
Yes.
Everyone is, wants to attack you and tell you, oh, you need to be educated, you need to do this and this. So maybe I could give you, or maybe the audience, some of the things that they should do to transform their mind.
Definitely, yes.
Number one is what we call the third thing about how you can improve your education is through practice. Practice every other day. Because when you start on your first day, you're not a professional.
Yes.
You just do it. You remember Nike?
Yes.
Said, just do it.
Oh yeah.
Just do it every other day, every other night. You practice every day and you'll become better and better and better.
Wow.
That is something, because we all know business people that didn't go to business school.
They
did not
go to school,
graduate. Yeah, they did not have all this, but they started small.
Yes.
But they did not
learn
give up
through the process.
Yeah, through that process, that is also nice. Stop listening to people. You know, all this, there's a lot of noise out there. Listen to the people. They will tell you, look here, man, you got to graduate. You got to do this. Yeah. For you to start a business, you have to finish first, and then you present your papers, or you can now start. But now you start small, man. You're gonna raise yourself up every day. You will learn. You will learn more in doing.
Yes.
Than
in sitting down somebody.
Exactly.
Oh wow, guys, you know, I wish this could continue the whole time, man, because this is very hot. You know, some of the things Joseph is talking about here, some of the things we are talking about here are actually unconventional. And so we wish this could continue, but because of time, I want us to give a parting shot, and so that Joseph will also tell you where to find him and how to reach him, which social media platforms you can be able to get him. And so listen to me, this has to continue. If you really want this to continue, subscribe to our channel, and make sure you comment down there and tell us, do you want Joseph back to this wonderful, amazing show? But then before we conclude, Joseph, what is your parting shot?
I could say, you guys heard what I talked about, education. I need you to take your time and think about the whole system and how it's functioning, and relate it to what success is, and relate it to the most successful business people, most successful celebrities, actors, painters, artists, you know, and you tell me whether for the major part, education was a really a stepping stone for them, okay? And also, by the way, if you need to hear some of this, some of the stuff I talked about, remember when I told you about the kick and how I practiced? You can follow my YouTube channel, my social media pages as well. Facebook, there's a social media page called Mental Gold, and there's my personal page is Joseph Moore.
Thank you very much, guys, and for your great lion. You know how we do it. Anyway, we've mentioned only the first book is God Broke. It's right there in our studio. But then I also have 4 other amazing books. The other one is called Wake Up, Walk Out. Why don't you just learn how to fire your boss and then come out of poverty and frustration and be the best authentic self that you were created to be? The other book by the same author, the Lion of Africa, is called You Can Rise Again. Whatever thing that you've gone through, you can actually rise again. And that book will teach you how to be able to deal with procrastination, which is a demon, which is a dragon we need to hit at the head. And then the other book is called, I've mentioned about Wake Up, Walk Out, You Can Rise Again. 9 Lives of an Entrepreneur is the next book. You know what? For entrepreneurs in this show, you cannot just come here and walk empty-handed. We got you sorted. In fact, 9 Lives of an Entrepreneur will teach you, and it will give you motivation to scale your business to the next level. This is not just a book. This is a masterpiece for entrepreneurs. And if I don't find it in your hands, then I don't think you're an entrepreneur in the 21st century generation. Then the last book, which is, oh God, Unleash the Hero Within. You know what? Inside everyone watching me today, I want you to believe, as you comment on the comment section, believe that you have a hero within you. And the moment you decide to fire up your confidence and just rise up above mediocrity, the hero will automatically come out. You know, it's to me like a caterpillar. I've watched the process of caterpillar metamorphosizing into a butterfly. Do you know how the process happens? It's like there's a lot of vibration that happens inside this small, scary caterpillar that makes it into a beautiful butterfly. So the book Unleash the Hero Within, maybe you are the butterfly, but you're still clogged as a caterpillar because you're still eating the wrong food. Why don't you start listening to the right words, connecting to the right mentors, as he mentioned. Get yourself learning procedures more than education, that it means going to class. Educate yourself through reading of amazing books and just connecting to the right people who are going to help you learn how to become the best version of you. Listen to me. Until next time, please make sure you subscribe to the channel Reinhard Atela. That is where the show is going to be fired there. You will find us there. Then you'll also be able to find me on social media at Prince Reinhard Atela on Facebook, at Atela Ray on Twitter, at Reinhard Prince on Instagram. Make sure you follow me there, because I will keep posting hot stuffs there and you'll always be challenged. And guess what? This is not the end of it. Just tell us which show do you want us to talk about? What are the topics you want us to bring on this show? Because I'm telling you, this will never leave you the same again. Thank you very much, guys, for being with us, and thank you so much, Joseph, for coming to the show.
Thanks, man.
Man, it was great meeting you.
Nice you having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.